With the markets all volatile and red from raging conflicts around the world, what better stocks to talk about than ones like the aptly named RCAT, which partnered with Spectechno Export, STE, a Ukrainian state-owned defense enterprise, to jointly advance multi-domain unmanned and robotic systems. The agreement, formalized through a Memorandum of Understanding, establishes a framework for collaboration across aerial, ground, and maritime technologies. This partnership is notable because it positions RCAT as one of the first U.S. companies to formally collaborate with a Ukrainian government-linked defense organization in this capacity. Ukraine's ongoing conflict has effectively turned the country into a testing ground for emerging defense technologies, particularly drones and autonomous systems, which are being rapidly iterated and deployed in real combat conditions. By working with STE, which plays a central role in integrating Ukraine's defense ecosystem and coordinating exports and partnerships, RCAT gains access to a highly dynamic real-world environment to innovate. The collaboration is designed to integrate advanced technologies, expand production capacity, and open pathways to global markets for both U.S. and Ukrainian innovations. It also aligns with RCAT's broader strategy of building a, quote, family of systems, which combines drones, ground robotics, maritime platforms, and secure communications into interoperable solutions for modern military operations. In the broader context, the partnership is part of a shift in defense collaboration, where allied nations are increasingly working together to accelerate development cycles and deliver mission-ready capabilities in contested environments. Further up in the atmosphere, Rocket Lab recently successfully completed its 85th mission and its first dedicated launch for the European Space Agency, ESA. The mission, named Daughter of the Stars, deployed 2 satellites for ESA's Celeste program into low Earth orbit. This program is designed to test how a constellation of low-orbit satellites can complement Europe's existing Galileo navigation system, which operates in medium Earth orbit. By adding a lower altitude layer, ESA aims to improve resilience, accuracy, and the range of services offered by its navigation infrastructure, supporting applications like autonomous transportation, emergency response, and critical infrastructure management. Rocket Lab has maintained a perfect success rate for government-related launches, including missions for NASA and other international agencies, further boosting its reputation for precision and reliability, particularly for small satellite missions. Shortly after its ESA success, Rocket Lab secured a major $190 million contract with the U.S. Department of Defense to conduct 20 suborbital launches as part of a hypersonic testing program. These missions will be carried out under Rocket Lab's HASTE program, using modified Electron rockets. Hypersonic technologies, which involve vehicles traveling at speeds greater than Mach 5, are a key focus for modern military development due to their potential for rapid, hard-to-intercept strike capabilities. The contract represents Rocket Lab's largest by both value and number of launches, and suggests growing demand for specialized launch services that support defense testing and development. The higher pricing per launch compared to previous missions could also improve its financial performance, even as investors remain focused on its path to sustained profitability. Other moves in the burgeoning space economy have seen Voyager Technologies demonstrate its expanding role in space mission services and infrastructure. It's been selected to manage a mission for Icarus Robotics that will test a free-flying robotic platform called Joyride aboard the International Space Station. Scheduled for 2027, the mission will evaluate the robot's ability to navigate autonomously, maneuver in microgravity, and perform tasks without direct human control. This type of capability is increasingly important as space stations and other orbital platforms become more complex and require systems that can operate in environments that are difficult or risky for astronauts. Voyager's responsibilities will include payload integration, safety certification, launch coordination, and real-time mission support, drawing on its extensive experience managing more than 1,400 space missions. The project reflects a broader trend toward commercialization in low Earth orbit, where private companies are developing technologies and conducting experiments that were once the exclusive domain of government agencies. Voyager also received a follow-on contract from NASA under the ELVIS 3 program, extending its role in supporting the agency's launch services program. This work involves ensuring that launch vehicles and payloads are properly integrated and prepared for missions that advance scientific research and exploration. Back on Earth, Voyager is expanding its footprint with a new facility in Long Beach, California, often referred to as Space Beach, due to its concentration of aerospace companies. The facility is intended to accelerate the development and production of technologies like AI systems, propulsion, communications, and space infrastructure. The facility will take advantage of digital engineering and automated manufacturing to shorten development cycles and rapidly transition from concept to deployed capability. The move also highlights the growing importance of regional innovation hubs in the aerospace industry, where collaboration among companies, talent, and suppliers can drive faster progress. Speaking of innovative manufacturing and faster development timelines in aerospace and defense, we have to talk about logistics, especially as VELO 3D's latest contract is valued at $9.8 million. This 5-year agreement with the Defense Logistics Agency is meant to support the Joint Additive Manufacturing Acceptability Program. The main goal is to expand the use of 3D printed components in military sustainment operations. VELO will use its advanced metal additive manufacturing technology to produce complex parts that are often difficult to source through traditional methods, either due to long lead times, limited suppliers, or obsolescence. The adoption of additive manufacturing addresses several critical challenges in defense logistics. It enables on-demand production of replacement parts, reduces reliance on large inventories, and supports distributed manufacturing across multiple locations. This is particularly important for maintaining readiness in geographically dispersed operations. VELO 3D's technology, which includes large-scale printers capable of producing high-fidelity metal components, allows for the creation of parts that meet stringent performance and reliability requirements. The contract also reflects a broader shift within the defense sector toward more flexible and resilient supply chains. On the often ignored cybersecurity front, SEALSQ reminds us of the growing need to protect the rapidly expanding Internet of Things and smart infrastructure markets. By joining the EchoNet consortium, SEALSQ will contribute its public key infrastructure technology to enhance the security of smart home and energy management systems. EchoNet Lite, the consortium's communication protocol, is widely used in Japan for connecting home appliances and energy devices, and the integration of PKI will enable stronger authentication, secure communication, and scalable trust management. As the number of connected devices continues to grow, ensuring their security becomes increasingly critical. Vulnerabilities in IoT systems can lead to unauthorized access, data breaches, and large-scale disruptions, such as power outages. SEALSQ's INES platform is designed to address these challenges by providing secure device onboarding, certificate management, and cryptographic protection. Its involvement in other standards organizations and its experience in energy sector deployments further strengthen its position in this space. The market opportunity is substantial, with both the smart home and IoT security sectors projected to grow rapidly over the coming years. Regulatory frameworks in regions such as Japan and the European Union are also driving the adoption of security by design principles, creating additional demand for solutions like PKI. By aligning with these trends, SEALSQ is positioning itself as a key provider of security infrastructure for connected ecosystems. Looking at the bigger picture, SEALSQ and all these other companies' recent moves show a clear shift towards collaboration between companies and across national boundaries, as organizations seek to combine expertise and accelerate innovation, pointing to a future where technological systems are increasingly interconnected, autonomous, and reliant on secure, scalable infrastructure. Companies that can integrate capabilities across multiple domains, adapt quickly to changing requirements, and collaborate effectively with partners are likely to play leading roles in this evolving landscape. In essence, highlighting the common thread running through drones, hypersonics, and advanced manufacturing. as well as the commercialization of space that's opening new opportunities for private companies to participate in missions and infrastructure development. Along with the rapid growth of connected devices, which is creating an urgent need for better cybersecurity.